across the globe, we are having more and more disasters happening. Uganda is part of the community that is affected by climatic change. We are in a belt that constantly receives epidemics. We are in a belt that is prone to war. Most of our neighbors are at war and they come into, and the refugees spill into the country.
Uganda also is not spared from the effects of climate change. Because of the climate change that we're experiencing, we have got all these disasters that are facing the country. In 2023, we received a warning of the onset of El Nino, which actually started in September, expected to bring a lot of rainfall, which then is accompanied by flooding, landslides and thunderstorms in some places.
Bundibugyo being one of the districts in the southwestern part of Mountain Rwenzori, we normally face two types of disasters. One, the man-made ones, and then the natural ones. Because of the terrain, we are subject to a lot of rain that accumulates and creates some crater lakes on top of the mountains. When they are full, the water flows down into homesteads and farms, causing a lot of damage. So one of the commonest disasters we have is floods, flash floods. Then we have the other problem being the landslides. Because of the nature of the soils, they are so soft, and when there's too much rain, they just easily wash it away, and they cause mudslides to lower lands. These disasters affect the ordinary community in so many ways. One, we are facing a problem of food insecurity because all the gardens and the crops and the farmland and the animals were destroyed during the disaster time. We have lost a number of public infrastructure. This one includes schools, hospitals, roads, then water points, because here we normally use gravity flow schemes. So all the pipe work has been swept off because of floods. We are at a higher risk of having a health hazard arising out of the contamination of water. With the support from UNICEF, Uganda Red Cross and OPM, we have managed to come up with a draft contingency plan for the district.
District Contingency Plan is basically a plan that outlines the vision and the mission and the objectives of the district in terms of their response to disasters, in terms of their preparedness to disasters. Secondly, it identifies the vulnerable communities in that particular district. It also looks at the hazards that affect that particular district. They come up with what they call early warning, response, and also preparedness mechanisms at sectoral level to try and see how they are able to mitigate, prepare for, respond to, and recover from these identified hazards.
The training for the district contingency planning process involves first and foremost having the right stakeholders. And as I mentioned earlier, the right stakeholders are the District Disaster Management Committee. But normally in this formulation, we also involve the District Policy or District Disaster Policy Committee, as well as also the sub-county and the town councils. Simply because we want to have a bigger and deeper appreciation, but also a rounded product that speaks to all the different stakeholders within the district. So the role simply of the district as far as the district contingency plan is concerned is to implement. It is their document, they own it, and that is why we have all the different stakeholders taking part so that the ownership is round or holistic, but also they know that they have something, a tool that can be used to reduce on the impacts of the hazards.
The funding for these disasters is not readily available. According to UNDP, for every dollar spent on preparedness, we are saving $10 in response. When we look at the climatic change agenda, we are saying for every $1 in preparedness, we are able to save $2.
We have managed to identify the major types of disasters we have, the causes of these disasters, and how they have been affecting the local economic development of the place. We have also used this same disaster contingency plan to solicit for support from other agencies that are able to come to our rescue. Because they normally ask us, okay, what shows that you have disasters? You said you have a document, we have this, and this is our budget line, and these are the interventions we want to use in order to manage the disasters that we expect to come in the near future. That very document has made us able to come up with a risk and vulnerability analysis for the district. We have a common thinking now of the interventions we want, because we know the disasters that are rampant, that are ever or frequently happening. So we are able to mitigate as a team, such that the effect the disaster can cause is really manageable. It's really within our hands, we can manage and control it.
The most important part of this program has been ensuring that local governments and first responders who are on the ground have got the capacity and can also own the process of disaster preparedness and response. I think empowering the local actors, empowering the these organizations, these platforms, these departments and institutions at the district level has been the most critical element of this type of support we've provided. It ensures sustainability, so beyond what we have done here, the government will be able to sustain these processes and they will be able to continue to operate and prevent disasters and reduce the impact of these disasters going forward.